So right now, I feel like we have come to a crossroads in our education system. And there's a lot of talk about what we should be teaching kids in school. And there's a lot of different ideas about that. Well, I'll tell you what we should be teaching kids in school. And this is something I've been saying for probably 20 years or more. But if we're really serious about creating a better society and creating a culture of unity in this country, then we need to make philosophy a part of every school curriculum starting in at least the 5th grade. And I'll tell you why. Because I really believe that philosophy will help us create a new generation that will learn to understand one another and learn to be more empathetic. Because what it will do is it will teach kids one important thing. It will teach them to question. And that's something that unfortunately our society has not taught us very well over the course of my lifetime. Because see, society's always been about finding the answers or giving you the answer. And we're never really allowed to question. Our teachers don't let us question. Our parents don't want us to question. The media doesn't want us to question. Our politicians don't want us to question. They just want to say, because I said so. Let me tell you something. Answers don't solve problems. Questions do. Because if you really want to find the answers to the very complex issues that we're dealing with in this world right now, the only way to find them is to ask questions. And questions can do something else too. Questions can also help you find more about who you really are. Because when you start to question your own flaws and your own beliefs, then and only then will you not only discover yourself, but you'll also discover and understand somebody else. And let me tell you something. It's hard for a lot of these kids to do because they've been so indoctrinated with the belief systems that have been instilled in them at home. And look, I'm not saying that my wife and I are the greatest parents and that we teach our kids, everything that's, great and how to live or anything like that. But a lot of kids have been programmed and brainwashed to automatically go out into the world and believe one way. And then we expect them to go to school and not have conflict with somebody who looks different or thinks different than them. Now, how can they do that when they've never been taught to ask questions? You can't. And so, if society and our politicians are really serious in this world about creating a better place for us to live and creating a more kind environment for us to live, then they will add philosophy as a core part of our curriculum starting at a very young age. The problem is I don't think they'll do that. Because see, unfortunately, the power and control and the money that they seek from our political system is very much predicated on things being black and white. And philosophy operates in a gray area. And that gray area is a detriment to their power and their control. And that's just my 2 cents. If you don't like it, I really don't give a shit. Salute.